there's nothing wrong with saying that, that you've recalculated.
Well, Mr. President, the challenge that you have is the data you have is wrong.
All I want to do is this. I just want to find 11,780 votes.
The hour-long recording between the president and Georgia's Republican Secretary of State reveals the lengths Trump is going to try to get the election overturned, pleading, questioning.
You should want to have an accurate election, and you're a Republican.
We believe that we do have an accurate election.
No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't have, not even close.
At other points, the pressuring, some say, turned to threatening.
You know what they did, and you're not reporting it. That's a criminal offense, and you can't let that happen. That's a big risk to you and to Ryan, your lawyer. That's a big risk.
Luis Alvarado is a political strategist and a lifelong Republican.
There is no question that there is a crime that has been committed by the President of the United States.
But just days before a dozen Republican senators plan to challenge President-elect Joe Biden's Electoral College victory, Alvarado doesn't think there's the political will to hold Trump accountable.
The President told us in advance that he could stand in the middle of the street and shoot somebody, which is a criminal, it's a felony, and he would not be prosecuted or lose his support. And now, here we are. He actually shot the United States Constitution.
Dan Schnurr teaches political communications at USC and UC Berkeley. He agrees the call will not change any minds. In fact, it might intensify this week's in-party fight when Congress is set to ratify Biden's win.
We're going to see a brawl in the United States Capitol, not between the two political parties, but between those Republicans who are staying loyal to Donald Trump and those who remained loyal to him for 4 years, but have made it clear that now they believe is the time to move on.
Schnurr says it might also impact Georgia's Senate runoff this week by discouraging the vote.
And there's a lot of Georgia Republicans who are worried that Trump's continued arguments about fraud are not motivating his conservative base, but deflating them, thinking if the election's fixed, then what's the use?
On Wednesday, thousands are expected to protest in Washington, D.C. There are rumblings of a similar protest planned for here in Beverly Hills on that same day. In Beverly Hills, I'm Laurie Perez, KCAL 9 News.